If you're this golfer where the club face really rolls open, lead wrist points up towards the sky too early, we get to the top of the backswing, club face gets really open. As we start down, our body's going to have to do two things. We're going to have to close this club face, and by doing that, what we're going to do is we're going to have to release the club early. So the biggest thing I could always say to anyone, before you improve anything else, what you need to do is establish the club face position. If the club face is in a slightly different position to what it is going to the top of the backswing, we're going to have to do something on the way down to close that club face. And what you'll see, a lot of people who struggle with thinning shots, casting the club early, also the club colliding with the ground before the golf ball, then the club starts to work up, so we get shots in the bottom groove, we get high iron shots and not a lot of kind of compression that's going to lower that ball. And what's going to happen is you're going to struggle with these three things. So if the club face gets really open, you're going to have to do two things. You're going to have to stall your body from turning, so your body kind of hangs back the way your body weight stays in your back foot. Then what you're going to do from there is you're going to release the club early, so this angle gets from really narrow to really wide too soon. So the club's thrown out, the club head gets a little bit wider on the down, a little bit more passive. And that mechanism, if I push the handle back but let the club face release, as you can see from there, that's going to close the club face quite a lot. Left hand swings only, get the club face a little bit more closed. Just the toe turn down slightly, knuckles to the ground. If you're still somebody that's got a really open club face, all you're trying to do from there is you're taking the club back and you're going to try and get to the top of the backswing. You're going to try and feel like you make a fist with your left hand. That's going to create a slight bone in that left wrist. If you're really exaggerated, if you were somebody who gets the club really open and gets the left wrist really cuppy, just try and strive for really exaggerating this to start off with. So you're working the club back, knuckles to the ground. That will establish a little bit more better club face control. Get to the top of the backswing, don't get too cuppy where the knuckles point back at your body. Try and get knuckles to the sky. That's going to create a little bit more of a controlled backswing. Get to the top of the backswing, feel like you make a fist with your left hand. That's a kind of good analogy to use. If I was to release this club early, where the palm points towards the sky too soon, what you could see from there is the club head is going forward, the shaft's going back. Develop the sensation that your right palm's pointing a little bit more down towards the ground. That's going to keep that right wrist in, you could say, an extended position, and it's going to keep the fingers back from the wrist, and it's going to help us just create a little bit more compression. It's going to help us keep the hands a little bit more ahead of the club head. So don't get into this position where you really get the right palm pointing too much towards the sky too early. The right palm to the ground, back of left wrist to the ground, and that's going to just develop that feeling of keeping that right wrist back, and it's going to prevent us just really releasing the club early. So simple drill, what you're going to do is you're just trying to focus on maintaining the position of the right wrist, so don't let the right wrist fall back the way you're trying to feel like the finger stays far away from the wrist joint as possible. So just hit some shots, split your hands, just try and get your right palm towards the ground, knuckles to the ground of your left hand, and that's, as you can see from there, that's going to create some forward shaft lean. Important to understand, if we get the club face a little bit more closed, then we create that forward shaft lean, that's going to orientate the face a little bit more open. The other end of the spectrum where the club face gets really open, we're going to have to release that club early to square it up to try and close the face, so that compromises your low point control, so it's going to be slightly further back. Angle attack is going to be too shallow. We're going to hit a little bit too much up with our irons. We're going to increase the loft impact, and we're going to increase the spin rate. So it's important to understand, get the club face a little bit more close position, then we can add in that forward shaft lean to orientate the face a little bit more open and create the rotation of the body just to try and hold that finish off. So also, I'm giving out free skills lessons to anyone looking to improve their game over the next kind of month or two. To qualify to receive a free online lesson via the Skillest app, please get in touch. Follow me on the Skillest app, Jamie Allen. I'll send you a redeemable code. All you need to do is upload 2 swing videos, batch you within 1 working day.